Hello and welcome back. So last time we made a little machine that crafted us some food. I've got some more recipes and things like that. I'm going to build into more of those things eventually. And no, I still don't have doors, so I still go through the glass. I found something while I was well, we'll skip back here. I want to turn the second level and possibly the third level into storage. Probably just the second level, given the size. To do that, I need an obscene amount of barrels. So I went out and I started chopping down more trees. So the tree line used to be right down this kind of chunk line here. So I stripped it all the way back to the shoreline and then kind of looped around down south here. While I was doing that, I came across something interesting. It kind of explained something I'd seen before, but couldn't quite figure out what was causing it. I'd seen an awful lot of squid kind of killing each other. It looked like they were getting stuck on each other and basically just suffocating in the air, and I couldn't figure out why that was happening so often. And then I was over here a bit ago when I was cutting those trees down, and I started noticing some oddities in the way the ground was. I thought maybe Newt had just been out here harvesting wood for some reason and just hadn't chopped his trees down. Let's see, right around, I think right around there. There's a hungry node right there. And you can see it. Like, once you realize what was there, I actually saw an NPC get sucked into it, and that's when I realized what it was. And you can see it from here. You can see the radius that it's carved out into the ground. I've actually, over the course of several nights while I've been out here clearing things, I've been using the knockback on this crossbow to shoot things into it. It actually works pretty good. You'll knock one of those big, like I think the hunters, the headless big brute looking guys. I knocked one of those guys into it. He took forever to die while that thing was chewing on him. But what I want to do today, because I was going to work on the storage, but now that we found that, what I think I'm going to do is level this out and then see if I can come up under that thing. I need to figure out where the actual, eat radius is on that thing. What I want to do is see if I can get like a layer of obsidian there, large enough to be a spawn pad basically. Because that thing, it's been going for a while now that I know it's there. It's been eating an awful lot of squid and critters and stuff like that. But if I can get a little spawn pad under it that, every now and then you AFK over or something like that, just let it chew things up. And then I think we are going to get into Thaumcraft, because at this point I need like the item grate, and I really want to get a farming golem going, that type of stuff. So we are going to need to get into it. And now we've got a hungry node, which, that's something. So that's kind of the plan I'm going to do today, is I want to get some type of spawn pad built under that thing to see if it can start eating critters. Kind of give it a little bit of a boost and kind of get it going, and then hopefully get that done and get some area built around it, a little safety area, that type of thing. It depends on how much time I've got going here as to how much I flatten out and pave over, but I was hoping to get some more slabbing done as well. So that's kind of the plan right now. So I'm going to start digging and see if I can get that area. There's another one of those things. That area leveled off. Hey, gold coins. Not that I need them anymore. Let's go see if we can knock him in. If I can get him, I can push him. That might do it. He's big enough. He may get pulled in. Yep, he did. You can see him bobbing there. That's where the node is. Let's do this real quick here. Let's go 1 and 2. I wish he'd turn around so we can actually see him. There he goes. That'll be a perfect screenshot. Now he's just going to kind of bob there. Let's just kill him. Or at least knock him way out of there. Okay, I wonder if I can still hit him from way up here. Maybe not. Oh, yep. Jeez, he's way out there. But that's pretty much what's been happening, is I've been waiting for critters to get up here, and I come up over here, and I just shoot them, and they fall down, and they get sucked in. But if I can take probably the level of that ground, probably a little lower, because here, let's just do this. There we go. Best I could figure. Now the node, the actual point, I don't think is where the node is, but it might be. But that's where it's at, based on, kind of standing to this side and kind of eyeballing it while it was sucking stuff in, and then doing it from this side. I'm guessing that's about where it is. So I need to figure out what the radius below it is that it will chew up, because I need to be able to get within that radius or make sure that the floor is still just inside of that. So that's what I'm going to see if I can do. Probably going to pull Newt on to help me with that because I want to level this area off. I'm going to need to suck some water out of there with some sponges and things like that. But all right, I'm going to get going on that, and hopefully we can get that done fairly quickly and make it look interesting, and I'm hoping it'll work. So I'll be back once we get some progress going. All right, and I just realized my fan is on. I should probably turn that off. That way we can't hear it in the recording again. All right, so what we've got here is I leveled the hill that was here, and most of what was over there. You can see it's now a fantastic spawning pad. It just gets tons of stuff. Can I hit him? No, I'm falling just shy. How about now? I've spent several nights out here removing creatures from existence, I guess, while I've been doing this. And got to this point, and one thing I realized is in order to plan for this, one thing we need is to be able to know exactly where that node is, so I can start trying to figure out what the radius it's pulling from is. And I don't like it when those guys are that close. They tend to sneak up on you and they get a little bit of knockback. Last thing I want to do is have somebody knock me into this thing like I've been doing to them. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our first step into Thaumcraft, which is to create the Thaumometer. So we're going to create that with just some glass, some gold, and I got a bunch of earth shards, so I decided to use that. Let's take a look. Where is that thing? Holy smokes, I think I actually nailed exactly where it is. Yeah, it's perfect. It is right under the node pip there. Let's turn that off. Yep, you can see it right there. Ooh, hello. Get rid of these guys real quick. The knockback on this thing is nuts. Yeah, you can see it. It was right underneath the marker I had. So that's where it is. That's good to know. That means it is marked and we know exactly where it is as far as working with it goes. So right now we're about 14 meters from it. From what I've been finding online, it's got a 14 block pull range. So in theory, if I put a couple blocks out farther, it should be able to pull them. At least that's kind of what I've been hearing. So we'll kind of leave these here and see if they go away. Oop, did I break that? I think I did. And then let's take a look here. Can we scan this? Nothing can be learned from this. What about this? And this? This is the part of Thaumcraft that was fun the first 2 times, I think. After that, it kind of got a little old. But let's see. Let's see if there's anything else we can scan. Study of living life or life sources. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find one of those scan stuff in this order things and start scanning things. But for now, that's where our node is. So what I need to do is I need to get all the water out of there, which is going to be interesting. Because if this thing has a 14 block pull range, that includes, that's basically a radius, so all around it. So I need to try and take that into account. Right now, this area was leveled 1 block lower than the base. So we're standing on 64. I want to say the floor over here is 65. Let's go double check that. It should... No, apparently I got a level of the expedition. This should be... I have no idea where that king slime is. Yeah, it's 65. So, in theory, what I should do is if I build anything over here as far as rooms, you can see I've got all these little markers here. These are centers of rooms. Oh, there goes a... Oh, there... Oops, sorry. There goes a couple squid there. Apparently I have the hiccups. That should be interesting. So we got a couple squid gone. But what I should be doing more than likely is I'll place the room markers on top of these. That's where they'll actually be. And then kind of start... I want to get a couple rooms built here probably. But what I want to do initially is try and get at least some type of security in this area. So I might build the walls out for a couple rooms around just to get it so I can work out here at night without having to worry about something coming up behind me. Because right now that's definitely a fear when I'm this close to this thing, is if something hits me, if you fall down there, you're pretty much gone. It will pull you in. Now on the plus side for us, if it grabs us, we'll live long enough hopefully that it will throw us into the air and we can hopefully land in the water, which means we would hopefully survive, hopefully. But I don't want to risk that. I have a lot of my fun toys on me right now. So I'm going to get started. Hopefully I want to come up under this thing and start digging and see what I can find. And then I'll be back. Alright, and we're back. So Newt was just on, just actually logged off. And what we did is I built this room on the grid, and then we've got a path here. He dug this cross tunnel over, and then we've got, I want to say, 2 more levels down that are just a couple rooms. We were trying to decide if we wanted to go under the node or how we wanted to do it. What we settled on here is we want to get as close to, so that if the node is at Y64 right now, we want the floor to be at Y63. And so what I'm trying to do here is I'm using this piston to shove blocks out to hopefully give myself some type of shield. At least that's the hope. Because right now the only hope we have of getting this thing to work is going to be to encase that node. That's the only thing I can think of right now, is going to be to seal that thing in and try to make it work that way. Because otherwise it's just gonna, anything we try to do, it's just gonna rip us apart. So what I'm looking at right now is trying to get some blocks shoved out there. So I can hopefully, what I'll do is I'll strip naked, take a couple pieces of obsidian, run out there and see if I can encase it before it manages to pull me in and tries to kill me. So that's kind of what I've been doing right now, is slowly building this path out here. So let's see, we'll get that there. We need a place for our, let's just put these back. It's slowly eating this place around us right now. So we put the lever there. So basically this is what I'm doing. Activate the piston, shut the piston off, put a block. A button would probably work better, but and I mean, this is what I've been doing for the last few minutes, is if I can get something out there, it doesn't have to mean it's not going to survive long because this thing's going to eat it, but I only need it to last long enough that I can get this working. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Once I get enough out there and I think I can actually hopefully get near it, I'll be back, and then I'll run out there and see if I can get this thing encased. Alright, it's time to see what happens. I get the feeling I'm going to die, but we'll see. So it's going to start pulling me forward faster and faster, and that skeleton's going to be a jerk. And I brought ender pearls for a reason. It's slowly eating my my wall there. Let's go kill that little pain in the butt before he manages to kill us. There we go. Alright, put our stuff back here. Alright, so actually we're going to need to take a pick with us. This thing, and I really don't want to lose my pick. Let's find out how this is going to work here. Can we... Oh, ooh. Oh no. Oof. Ow. Okay, let me get back there and figure out why my frame rate's getting chunked. Okay, so this happened. I think I may have got a couple blocks of obsidian in there before it managed to munch me, but we'll find out. I'm going to respawn, get back there, and we'll see what's going on then. This did not go how I planned. I came out here to figure out exactly where the node was, and the little bugger caught me, so now I'm going to get killed again. Oh, maybe not. This is going to be interesting. Alright, I'll be back again. And another death. I've lost count of the number of times I've died now. The last time I died, I think this thing actually ate my skeleton, and I had my pick, my crossbow, and my bolts on me. So that's kind of going to suck. But now we're back to doing this again, so I'm going to die, get back there, and try again. I've got most of it encased, like maybe 2/3. So, and you can hear it killing my skeleton right now. That's going to suck. Alright, so if you listen right now, you can hear it eating my last skeleton. I'm hoping that once I get this thing encased, somewhere I will find a body underwater, and it will be the one that I'm missing. I get the feeling I'm not going to, and that I've lost my good pick and my crossbow, which is going to, kind of suck. That was one of those moments where when I died and realized it ate the block under me, and I fell and got sucked into it. So I wasn't prepared for it. I wasn't carrying just what I'm wearing now, with some obsidian and some cobble. That was one of those moments where it was like very close to just going, that's it. But I've almost got it. This entire side's encased, and then I want to say it wraps mostly around the node, but not quite. So I mean, in theory right now I could start building around it. The problem is right now I've got everything can get onto that level right there, and I don't have a way to kill them currently since I don't have my crossbow. So that's kind of the part, and you can see there's a fire imp or whatever they are right there. There's a hunter right there. I mean, I could use my sword and go out there and kill him, but I don't want to lose that too. So that's kind of slowing things down. This may be one of those projects that ends up crossing into multiple times here, or multiple episodes, because it's so far I want to say this thing has eaten since we started. That's the wrong button. So since I started clearing, so I cleared out all of this area right here. I built this. We built a couple floors down. I slabbed over all this section here, filled in, like you can see all this. This is all cobble here. Filled all that in, and then started getting this structure built. All right. So as I was trying to say before I was so rudely interrupted by a computer that apparently needed a reboot, I may end up crossing this over into another episode, because right now I think I'm sitting at about probably close to 8 hours on this so far, with all the clearing, the slabbing, and the digging, and the dodging, and the dying. Because actually, check this out. So far, I've died 4 times. I want to say, let's see, 430. This is the one that ate my good stuff. So like I said, I'm hoping I can find that. But right now, what I'm going to do is go make a better crossbow, and or another crossbow, I guess is a better way to put it, and then see if I can use it to kill these guys, and hopefully get a little bit more done. But either way, I'm going to go make a crossbow, and then I'll be back. Alright, so I got the node encased. I really hope. I did some kind of slinking around the edges of it, and I got it closed in. I got most of the scaffolding ripped out. It still has enough of a draw to pull you in and get you stuck, so I'll need to encase it further, I'm guessing like cobblestone, just to get enough distance between the node and you, that way you can slowly walk away from it, because right now you can't. Once it yanks you into one of the cardinal locations, you're pretty much stuck. That's why I've got a pile of ender pearls over here. I rebuilt a crossbow. So this one is built out of, it's a slime, this is all blue slime. So a slime limb, a slime body. I did the cobalt tough binding because it had reinforced on it, and just a standard bowstring because we don't have anything useful out of those. But what that gave me is along with the what else did it? Something else gave me reinforced, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, I leveled. I ended up with reinforced 3 on this thing. I'm already up to a master level on it, just for one night of blood hunt and spirits, just shooting anything that got within range. I got up to master on it. I got luck. I got a level of reinforced, 2 modifiers, I think. I can't remember what else, but I put I've got 2 repair on it right now, and I put a level of redstone on it to give it a little bit of repair. The crossbow bolt here is just straight emberstone, so it's an emberstone tool rod coated in emberstone with blue slime leaf fletching. Works out pretty good. This thing right now does 27.5 damage with a draw speed of 1.6 after the redstone. All I know is if I shoot things with it, I can take out one of the Grim Reapers at night in one shot. It just kind of drops them. The only thing that survives right now is some of the spirits, because they've got 100 and some hit points, or 100 hit points. Let's see if this guy's, there he is. So, bonk, dead. And it's fantastic. It does so much more damage than the other one I had. I'm kind of hoping I do find the other one just so I can see the difference in the bolts. My bolts have already got 10% beheading on them, and they're up to a custom now. They're going to level soon, which is nice. But then back to what we were talking about before, that little bugger, like, see, encased in obsidian. I do need, like I was saying, get out there and surround this thing with cobblestone, I think. Actually, that corner right there isn't obsidian yet, so... But it still should be okay encased, because it doesn't seem to be able to eat once you've surrounded it in things that it can't. So once I got this side here completely coated with obsidian, it wasn't able to eat my scaffolding anymore, which made it a little easier to move around. Once you get close to it, you can't really jump that well. So I don't know if I do right there. That one right there, that's a slab. So you kind of do the slab stairs. So slab, full block, slab, and it will actually pull you up so I could get on top of it and step off of it. I might... Uh-oh. Let's see. Ooh, started coughing there. That wasn't good. No idea why, but every once in a while my frame rate is just plummeting down to 0 when I'm recording. It's kind of weird. But right now, that's what I wanted to get done this episode. I wanted to get that thing built and get the node encased. I was really hoping to get the platform built, but I think that was a little overly optimistic as far as what could be possibly done. So right now it looks like if I step one more block closer, so right now I'm 14 meters away from it, if I step one more, if I get right there, it'll start pulling me in. So I've been kind of trying to watch that, because let's see if it'll do it. Let's see if we can get it to do it here. So you can see I'm sliding forward. I'm not touching the keyboard. I'm just slowly sliding. So that's what it's been doing to critters so far, which has been kind of amusing to watch. It'll get them stuck up against the edge since it can't kill them. But what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to try to do it between episodes here. Try to get that base built. It'll be built out of obsidian as well, so we're going to go through a ton of it, but I've got a few stacks here to work with. And then hopefully I'll be able to find a corpse down there when I start sponging out the water. But I'm not really holding out much hope for that. I get the feeling it was destroyed, because there was actually a corpse on top of that too, and it's gone now. So I'm wondering if it slowly bleeds them to death. But we'll take a look later and find out. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.